Let's get naked and bat an eye towards one of Don't Starve Together's most obscure mobs, just perhaps not in that exact order, folks. In fact, let's just scratch that first part entirely and quickly ignore anything that doesn't have to do with naked mole bats here. That is, if and when we have a chance to encounter these little things, at least, for you see, they only exist down under in the caves within my favorite biome in the entire game, the Lunar Grotto. Introduced way back when, in the Forgotten Knowledge update, the biome will always be connected to our blue mush tree forests, so make note there. And if you're concerned about not being able to find naked mole bats beyond all that, don't be. Because when you get here, you're gonna see all these beams of light shining down from the ceiling, right? Right. These are naked mole bat spawners, essentially, and while not every light will call down a literal rat with wings, the majority will. But naked mole bats have 150 health total, deal 30 damage each chomp, attack rather quickly mind you, and quite often, plus they need to be darn close to do it, which can lead to a potentially annoying kiting pattern. But at the end of the day, they ain't all that hard. Not alone, that is, so we best keep them that way. And what I mean by that is that we will not only be spawning them left and right anyways as we run around the joint, but these little guys have their very own built-in summoning screech mechanic. Mere minutes or less after dropping from the sky, they will call down another naked mole bat to aid them, and given how hyper-aggressive these things are to practically every mob in the game, the Lunar Grotto could become a war zone pretty fast. Strength in numbers, as they say, so if you see a mole bat, kill it fast. But here's something interesting to add to that conversation that unfortunately really isn't all that interesting, as interactions between the two are going to be so far and few between that they don't even matter. But naked mole bats and basilisks are best of buds. Hit one, the other helps out, and neither one will aggro onto the other. Again, it's a nice touch, but gameplay-wise, we will likely never experience anything about it. Now, all this talk of aggression might actually give you the wrong idea overall, so you should note that, occasionally, mole bats drop their aggro fairly quickly. Now, they don't have that far of a roam range either, so be aware of that and use it to your advantage potentially. But the biggest takeaway here should be how they will eventually drop all aggro to create naked mole bat burrows and sleep for a bit. As you saw as well, the guys will share said burrows too. But more on these in a minute. As yes, it's time to talk mole bat loot. Like basilisks, mole bats will sometimes produce guano as they hop about, but when murdered, they will have a 66% chance to drop monster meat and a 33% chance to drop a naked nostril. Now, raw nostrils restore 3 health and 12.5 hunger at the cost of 10 sanity, as you can see, while cooked schnozzes will produce 8 health and 18.5 hunger at 0 cost for our stats. They last quite a long time too, so they ain't all that bad, honestly, especially when they have an additional, quite fun recipe to go along with them, like the Milkmaid Hats, costing a nostril, kelp frond, dairy product, and any other filler that's available to ya. The Milkmaid Hat restores just under 4 hunger every 5 seconds for 4 minutes total for roughly 187 hunger overall. Now, it will drain the sanities of all those who wear it but work nowadays, so be mindful there. And Wigfrid cannot use one either, as it still technically counts as food because it's made via a crockpot of all things. Plus, because of that, Wartox players will also only gain 50% hunger from it. It's definitely unique, but probably something you can ignore. But before we go, 2 last notes. One that could probably be ignored, and one that shouldn't be. Naked mole burrows can be shoveled for a chance at any 2 of these items you see before you, so I wouldn't expect the world if you know what I mean. But finally, naked mole bats love shoving their snouts into meats, veggies, and fruits when they can, and yes, this can be used against them for some easy baiting and murdering because you can kill them before their eating animation is even finished. So have fun. And there you have it, everyone. A very long overdue guide on some naked mole bats alone with them Don't Starve Together here. Now, we've talked about them, but it's been over 2 years since we last saw them, or even the Lunar Grotto itself in action in this format, which is a shame. Because, as I said, I really like this loony place. But thanks for watching, folks. Well wishes to all. I hope this helped. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.